Interiors are the final step of the HM3 building. Let's finish up that house of yours. Stay tuned. What's up, survivalists? It's Jay from Team W&J here to enhance your animations and tell your stories. If you're new here, I make Minecraft animation tutorials every Monday, so make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon to not miss any uploads. If you're not, welcome back. Now, see, I recorded this exact video 1 month ago, but then deleted the footage, so now I gotta re-record it. But I've already built everything, so this video is going to be more like a walkthrough more than it is a straight up block by block tutorial. If you haven't seen the previous videos teaching you how to build this exact house, do check out this playlist showing you exactly how we build using the HM3 system. That's also the one used in the web series Levaslier. Let me show you a mistake I made while roofing. While I was doing the roofing tutorial, I told you to put the stair exactly there, and everything else would have been shifted 1 block in. That's actually a mistake. Everything should be pushed 1 block out. So it used to start here, push that out by 1 block. That was my mistake. Thank you, Harry, for catching that one on. On the entrance here, you've noticed this pathway that I've made. It's a mixture of grass, cobblestone, and gravel. Occasionally, you might also like to mix in some stone slabs, or even some stone bricks. But anyway, that's most of the exterior done. Let's head on to the inside. Upon entering, first thing you're going to see is a very warm fireplace, and you're also going to see some carpets and some tables and whatnot. I like using different types of woods for furniture, such as these tables and these chairs. I also like using flower pots with different colors, so the flower actually helps differentiate between the very standard sort of gray, brown, orange sort of colors. With this little purple here, it actually breaks everything up quite well. In the kitchen over here, we can see the interior fireplace. Down here, we have a different sort of fireplace design. This is more like a cooker. We have a furnace with a pressure plate on top, just because we can hide the top stone texture if you wanted to. It also serves like a plate or something. Over here with a fire, this is sort of like a cooking thing. You could probably throw some meat on top and cook it. This flower pot here isn't actually a flower pot. You guys know that I do a lot of Minecraft animation, and in Minecraft animation, I can change these textures. So I can change this into a water cup, and I can change the dirt texture inside to water, and that's gonna be a water cup. Down here, we have the chair where you can sit down to eat your food. The floor, we just use basic stone slabs. Over here, we have a few paintings of kitchenware, so we've got some bunch of knives and some pots and pans. And that's basically it for the kitchen. I like to keep everything very compact and have as little empty space as possible. That's just my style of building. I just like having everything right next to each other. I feel that it makes it feel more atmospheric. If we chose to turn right, we can go upstairs here, and we also have this little fence to use as a kind of like a wall thing. Downstairs, usually this door would lead to a basement. Now keep in mind, if you are building a basement, don't make the basement too big. Medieval basements are pretty tiny. But right now, I don't actually have a basement. Instead, I have this room. This is a bathroom where you can do your business here. I've changed the walls with stairs to try to give it a more roomy sort of feel. I think this kind of works, but more experiment to be done there. Upstairs is where we get to the fun part. If you follow my tutorials block by block, your upstairs should look nothing like this. You're gonna have a lot more empty spaces. The key to dealing with empty space is to fill it up. The worst thing you want to do is have like a pathway like this that leads extremely long but goes nowhere. So having this short pathway here, this is fine because it actually leads to a window and you can look out and you can probably put some stuff here. So this is fine. But you wouldn't want this going all the way around and then lead to nothing. Same deal on this side. This should be wide open for you, so I've just filled this in like so to have as little empty space as possible. Once we move into this big roomish area, we have a desk here where some guys can work. Again, we have this flower again. Because we are in Hemorrhage, the use of a purple flower is actually very useful. This is a Hemorrhage build for Levaslier. If you guys don't watch Levaslier, you should really check it out. It's my web series. Hemorrhage is symbolized with purple. That's why we have a purple flower. We have, again, this little pressure plate here. Pressure plates can be very useful in animation because I can just rechange the texture. This texture would be changed to a piece of paper. So the guy sitting here would be working on this in front of this window, writing whatever he does. We have a candle here. An alternative to candles are actually the end rod. These glow a lot more than the standard redstone torch. But the redstone torch does look a lot better in my opinion. Over here we have a crafting table. It looks like a little cupboard thing, so that's pretty cool. With Conquest, if you stack up 2 crafting tables, you can actually get some sort of shelf that looks like this. This is a bit too royal in my opinion, so that's why I'm just leaving it as a cupboard. Here we have a wardrobe sort of thing where you can store stuff into. These are just birch stairs perched up like this with some spruce stairs on top and 2 jungle doors being used as the door. The carpets we're using are the light gray carpets. When you use connected textures with Conquest, it actually links up and it gives you this really cool fur effect. It's the same one as we use downstairs. Up here, we've put a barrier down so that we can put this floating ladder. And what's upstairs, we can't really actually get up there, but okay, so all the heads in Conquest are supposed to be chests. We're gonna retexture them. So imagine these are just really tiny little chests. Up here is just sort of like a little storage space. We've got a whole ton of chests, a small chest, and some brewing stands. Don't know what the brewing stands are supposed to be, but they're just there. And finally, in here, we have the bedroom. Again, same as the carpet, but this is a white carpet instead. We've got a little diagram here with a pickaxe thing. Could be anything, really. We've got a fern here. I really like ferns as a plant, so that's just like another thing to decorate the desk with. Same thing here with the decoration using birch wood. I like using birch wood in these type of houses. Take a note on the sign. We can actually use symbols like the equal sign, the plus sign, the at sign. Just spam it all across and you can actually get some interesting decoration with the signs. Here we can also see the chimney leading up to the top. So that right down there would be the kitchen. And that just leads straight up to here. And that leads up to the chimney on top. Over here, we have the green bed. Choose your beds carefully. An average medieval citizen living in an average medieval city is not going to have the fanciest bed. This bed is actually more on the fancier side, but this house is supposed to be quite fancy for me. We've also got a chest here for people to store stuff. Up top, again, we have the sort of shelfish structure. Again, tiny chest and a brewing stand. Don't know what they're supposed to be, but that's cool. Here, I've avoided putting a log straight up because we would have gotten a very strange double pillar sort of effect going on here. I like to opt for a fence instead, and that works very well. And there's a very cozy, warm bedroom. What you also want to take note of is how I've done the ceiling. Note how everything is actually being supported. So if you look at this entire structure, you can see these beams going up diagonally to support the main structure of the building. All these beams are actually going across, so it looks like it's stable. I also mentioned while building the exterior that we should use slabs here, and this actually helps smooth out the top of the building a lot more. Yes, you can't build anything in these tiny little half slab areas, but they just look a lot better from here. You may also notice that in the bedroom, I've swapped some of these blocks out for stairs. Again, this is just to smooth out the ceiling of the building. Over here on this window, actually, to save up on some empty space, I've put full-size logs here just to support the actual roof structure, even though it doesn't need to be there. It helps reinforce the sort of triangular shape that leads to this window, and I really like it. A few notes that you should be aware of. Don't take this as an actual example either. You don't need two fireplaces right next to each other like this. That's just a bit unnecessary. There are also a whole ton of different fireplace designs, a whole ton of kitchen designs. This is not the exact design you have to follow. Also, I'm not by any means some sort of interior design expert. If you actually explore Hemorrhage City, you realize that there aren't that many interiors in the first place, just because in the series we don't go into that many houses, so a lot of the interiors aren't actually built. But I think the key takeaway for all the interiors that I build are that things have to be supported realistically. So all these beams here are being supported. There has to be enough space so I can still jump when I'm downstairs by using these slabs as the ceiling. Everything has to be very compact, so there can't be some big empty space where there's absolutely nothing. And also think about function first, then design. So what that means is that a house needs a kitchen, so you would have to build the kitchen first. A house needs a bedroom, so you would have to build the bedroom first. A house does not need this sort of desk, so that comes in after. Build what's necessary first, then build all the aesthetic stuff afterwards. Well, there you go. There's a very quick walkthrough of exactly what I do for the interior of the HM3 houses. Alright, so there's your HM3 tutorial. I think I might be taking a break on the HM3 for a while, but rest assured I will be planning the structure for the advanced builds for the same system, but just with a lot more variation coming your way. So if you'd like to see that, please give this video a like and share the video if it helped you. Don't forget to check out Levaslier where these builds are actually used. I hope to see you in the next one. Cheers!